Tallon overworld.
Hello and welcome back to Metroid Prime Remastered. My name's Jordan, and I'm going to be taking you to this game 100% on hard mode. Now that we have gotten past the tutorial area, which is the space frigate Orpheon, we've now landed on the planet Tallon IV. And we've got a lot to do, and no specific amount of time. We can take our time if we want, or we can rush through. If you may recall, I was reading a lot in that first episode there, so I hope you enjoy the sound of my voice because it didn't ever stop. There will be less reading now moving forward. I'm going to just be doing mostly logbook scans, but the interesting things here and there as well. Just not every single thing, really, because that'll take too long. But yeah, there's been a lot of just visual updates and changes. First off, look at Samus's arm cannon. Okay, you see the water droplets on it? They move down right now. If we look up, they drip down back towards us a little bit. They drip downwards. And if we aim down, I don't know if you can see it, they drip down towards the tip. Like they change direction, basically, depending on how we're looking. Look, see they're dripping back towards us? But if we look down, water starts dripping down. And if we're just right here, it goes off to the sides. It's just such nice, subtle touches like that. Are just incredible, really. This game already had a lot of detail. The water does react, as it should. I just kind of wish there was more of a splash when it hit the water. Splash plus the ripples would be okay. But, it's still not bad. Going in the water, things look nice, clear. You got little fishies. It's pretty cool. The way the water drips off the screen, everything is just nice. So let's scan Samus's ship. New research entry has been downloaded. Hunter-class gunship registered to Samus Aran. You can return to your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress in the game. So, whenever we're in an area, stop by and save on our ship. Just, refills all your stuff. There are a few different doors in here. We could try to get to that door there if we wanted to, but no real need right now. That door has an ability that we will get later, but we can't do that sequence break very easily, so we'll do things the intended way. Right off the bat, we will have a new enemy. These are called beetles. Burrowing insect with a resilient carapace, extremely aggressive. This insect's massive mouth enables it to tunnel through solid rock at high speeds. Above ground, beetles can cover short distances rapidly. They attack anything that moves near their lair. So they take a few shots to kill. Significantly more so in hard mode. Let's see, is there anything important in here to scan? Not really, just a couple things. Tallon fern, non-toxic variety of Silotalanesis, commonly found near water sources. Little mushroom guys. Saturnine, small iridescent mushroom, typically grows in dank, dark regions. We love dank here. Guide stem, pervasive indigenous species of bioluminescent weed. Now, all three of those were not logbook scans, just to clarify. They're not important for completion. This one is. This is a new creature. This is a sap sac. Chemical reaction within a sac produces violent explosion when agitated. Because of its irresistible odor and sweet nectar, the sap sac was nearly eaten out of existence. The evolution of an explosive chemical sac saved it. Now only brave or indigenous creatures dare to devour it. So, shooting it enough times makes it explode. Oh, there's a health thing there too. Large energy replenishes 20 units of energy. Yeah, that's a red one. Well, I was going to bring it to me, but I don't have charge me. So that's a red energy unit. Right here, we have a zoomer. Anchors itself to walls and other surfaces. Avoid contact with spikes. A basic nerve center located directly above the zoomer's mandibles detects nutrients. Sharp spines protected from casual predators, but the lack of a reinforced carapace makes the zoomer vulnerable to any indirect attacks. Easy to kill. And then up here, we have a single gamer. Wall-crawling mollusk with a retractable spikes. The Gamer is an evolutionary offshoot of the Zoomer family. When threatened, it extends lethal spikes and retracts its head deep into its armored carapace. So, these guys you can't really kill right now. We need missiles again to be able to kill them. Another Zoomer over there and a door there that we will not be going through right now. We got some more of these guys here. And there is a new creature back here I need to scan as well. These are called blast caps. Volatile chemicals within this weed's toxic fungal cap may explode if agitated. Poisonous flesh with blast cap helps keep it from being eaten. It also detonates its fungal cap when it senses even slight contact. So, you break one, it's going to be there, it's going to make some mess. If you walk towards it, they'll also explode upon contact. There's a few of them around here, just little bitty baby ones, nothing special, but they're there. Stone surface this lichen grows on appears to be smooth. Too smooth to be natural. I think that's what it said. Got some more zoomers, got some more of these things in here. And in here we have an elevator. Chozo Ruins West. Well, we're in a new area. Right off the bat, more beetles. Almost said zoomers. So right up here, we have a logbook scan. This is a Chozo lore. There are 13 of these, or 16, something like that. There's a lot of them. Chozo script translated. The history of the Chozo stretches back into ancient times, so far into the fog of the past that we know not where our ancestors came from. One thing is clear, however, the Chozo... Okay, you know, I've messed up the accent already. I'm going to start over with an actual accent when I read these, because I want to. The history of the Chozo stretches back into an ancient times, so far into the fog of the past that we know not where our ancestors came from. One thing is clear, however. The Chozo who colonized Tallon IV made a conscious decision to eschew a civilization of advanced technology. We Chozo chose to live in harmony with nature, guided by the providence of the universe. We believe we will spend peaceful days here and plan to leave our words from time to time. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of those. And everyone that we see, we will scan. I think there's a couple small things in here, maybe. Nope, not in particular. Alright, good. Well, let's just walk on in then. This is the Chozo Ruins. And we're greeted with a just bombardment of beetles. So you can kill them if you want to, you can ignore them. Doesn't really matter either way. They're not particularly a threat, but we will come back to them later. We're just going to beeline it where we are supposed to go, which is through this door here. Here we have a new enemy to scan. These are scarabs. Exploding parasites that can embed their bodies in solid rock. Scarabs think nothing of sacrificing themselves for the safety of their swarm. When a hostile lifeform is sighted, they block its progress by embedding themselves in floors and walls. Embedded scarabs violently self-destruct when threatened. You can walk through them, but you'll take a lot of damage, so it is recommended you do not walk through all of them, even if they give you health. This is an ion, I think they're called? Yeah, ion. A mobile organism entirely composed of ocular tissue. Capable of launching sustained energy beams when active, the ion is sensitive to light and will close shut if a bright flash ignites nearby. So, give him a tap, just as you walk by. No biggie. Here we have another logbook scan. Chozo lore. Chozo script translated. Many long years have passed since we Chozo first took root on this land. The passage of time has always been a source of fascination to us. It is the belief of many Chozo sages that the truths of the universe hide within the tumbling currents of time's flow. Even as we search for answers there, however, we find illumination in other, unexpected places. We know not how the ability has come to us, but recently many Chozo have begun to sense things beyond the realm of ordinary perception. Strange sights and inexplicable sensations flood our minds, filling us with visions. We take this growing ability to be a sign of our burgeoning harmonization with the infinite, Perhaps, finally, the universe's secrets are becoming known to us. Yeah, I don't believe that one, Chief. I think something's wrong there. Anywho, that was just some beetles there to deal with. But we do have a new enemy in this room. First off, this is a war wasp hive. Primary war wasp dwelling, only vulnerable to heavy weaponry. War wasps build their homes over existing crevices using whatever materials are close at hand. They carry building fragments back to the construction site with their forelegs and glue them into place with adhesives secreted from their abdomens. And these are the actual war wasps themselves. I hate war wasps. Airborne insect equipped with a venomous stinger capable of shearing steel. The war wasp rarely strays far from its hive unless it is pursuing an immediate threat. It attacks with no regard for its own survival, dive-bombing its enemies with stingers extended. Fast-working toxins from the stinger can incapacitate most small organisms. So they're just a pain in the ass. That's all they are. Over there we have a missile expansion, but we cannot get it yet because we don't even have missiles yet. Over here we have a save room, if you so choose. Now this is the only disappointing thing in this remaster. It reflects light, but it is not a mirror. In the GameCube version and the Wii version, it is a mirror. But for some reason, they did not make it a mirror in this version, which is just a little sad. It would be nice if it was a mirror. Here we have some more scarabs. We can kind of get rid of them. Also a couple scans like this. Chozo sculpture, crafted in honor of Tallon IV. This petrified organic matter looks like a rock carved into the shape of an eye. The only translatable symbol detected on this sculpture is the word Chozo. The only translatable word is Chozo. Chozo! And that's it. Just Chozo. Anywho, let's just kind of jump across here. Nothing in here for us at this moment. No scans either. This is a new enemy. I can never remember what these guys are called. Plasmite, small insect capable of storing and releasing thermal energy. Plasmites are attracted to sources of heat, thriving on the energy present there. They emit light when hunting and will expel small bursts of thermal energy when threatened. So they are light, and these actually exist in Super Metroid as well. They light up rooms, and if you kill them, the room gets dark. That was a new creature back here, by the way. I forgot to scan it. This is Tangleweed. Plant life with basic sentience retracts into ground if threatened. Tangleweeds are only dangerous to small organisms. They are covered in tiny barbs designed to trap potential meals. Tangleweeds lack the strength to do anything more than hinder large life forms. And I believe that's it. Now, in this room, in the original GameCube version, North American release of the game, stairs were not here. There was just a couple of platforms to jump up with, but they were too hard to find. And if you would fall off this platform, it would be hard to get back up there. So in the trilogy version, they updated this to be stairs. And it's just kind of stuck ever since. Don't think there's anything special to scan in here. I mean, we have this up here. Mechanical device appears to be inactive. Life forms detected within hollows of machine. We've got, it appears this item can only be reached by using the elevator bridge. And this elevated bridge looks worn but functional. And a logbook scan. This is a blast shield on the door blocking progress. Analysis indicates that the blast shield is invulnerable to beam weapons. Explosive weapons may damage it. So that is a logbook scan. Be sure to grab that. Drainage possesses traces of high-level toxins. Here we have a new boss. This is the Hive Mecha? Yeah, Hive Mecha. Security unit programmed to work with predatory hive dwellers. A design flaw makes the shielding on Hive Mecha weak around their access ports. These units are second-generation combat drones able to interfere with organic units at a higher level. They train, shelter, and work with hive-dwelling predators. Unarmed, they rely on their hive beasts to handle any threats. So this is a two-part scanner because we also have a new form of war wasp to scan. These are barbed war wasps, I believe? Ram war wasp. Airborne predator circles its prey and then strikes. The war wasps are the only species on Tallon IV to evolve a true hive mind. Nesting in damp, dark places, ram war wasps emerge in small groups when threatened and circle their enemies at high speeds, disorienting it. Striking from all sides as a single intelligence, they can fell huge organisms. So, yeah, they all kind of swoop at the same time. You can just kind of shoot in the general area that they're spinning in, or you can choose to wait and then do that. Either way works, whatever you're more comfortable with. I tend to just do this method because I can get a couple of lucky shots in. Don't worry if they knock you off, you can get back up really easy. I can't really shoot fast enough to get them, like with a GameCube controller. I could try a little bit, but not too well. Only a couple of extra shots, no like actually stopping them very well. Use your radar at the top left, though. That's going to help you a lot in knowing which ones are stopping. See, in this case, a lot of them stopped. Now, this fight can take a little while, especially if you're not using GameCube controller and just smashing the shit out of that button. I'm trying, but like half of my inputs don't go through because it's a shitty Joy-Con. Joy-Cons suck. No, don't do that. Hey, that's a scan. Interesting. Interesting. Didn't know it was a thing. Anyways, get as many as you can before they start going off and doing their thing. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That was good. That was a good bunch of them. I'm tired of killing my hand, though, so I'm going to do the double shot method. Using the burst thing to my advantage, so I press it less. It is exhausting to press the A button a lot with this controller. It's so tiny. Oh, almost. Ah, my poor hand. That's one of the few bosses that you have to do that on, though, so it's not too big of a deal. Early game is always a little bit difficult. Anyways, what we have here is the missile launcher. We just got the missile launcher. It's ours to command. Press X to fire. Press A. Switch back with beams. Whatever. Missiles. Finally got them back. And right through here we have a tunnel, apparently. I meant to scan an energy tank. I like how it gives you a good explanation, too. So, our first energy tank. Oh, wait. Want to scan that, That is a large missile unit. Resupplies missile launcher with 5 rounds of ammo. That is not a large, that is a medium. What about this one? Nothing. Okay. Well, we can go back through there. Nothing special to do here. Once we beat the boss and go back, these two pegs, not really pegs, but platforms fall from the ceiling. And we just go back where we came. Now, in here, we have a couple things. First off, we now can destroy war wasp hives, nests, because missiles are the only thing that can destroy them. And I think there's only one in here, so that would be good. Yeah, there's only one. Back here, if you scan this piece of wall, stress points present in brimstone wall. Brimstone is weak to missiles. So are these blast caps. So I tend to use missiles on them as well. And here we have our first missile expansion. Every missile expansion you get expands your missiles by 5. You can carry a max of 250. You do the math. Here's another blast door if you needed it. And there we go. And here we have another map station. And there we go. We now have the map for the area. So if we zoom out, we can see that it is a pretty large area and there's more hidden paths as well. So, yeah, it do be pretty big though. Right here we have a morph ball tunnel, but we cannot really use that because we do not have morph balls. So, we will have to come back to that later. We have some more scarabs, but we're just going to kind of wiggle past them. And we also cannot mess with any of this yet, so we'll just kind of get through. That was a hell of a lot of war wasps that just popped up there. I don't know how I didn't take damage on that one. And if we cut the corner just right, we can just take all the damage. It didn't matter. I guess I messed up. Now that we have missiles, we can go back this way. And there's a blast door right here that we need to go through. More scarabs up ahead. Be sure to stop and shoot them because you don't want to lose all of your health. Just some of it. See, like 10 is okay. I'm okay with that. That was not good. I was focused on recentering my thing and I messed up. Right through here we have Morph Ball, but it's blocked off. So, you gotta kill all these guys. This is another one where you have to be tapping a lot. And you can use your missiles. You definitely can. It'll get rid of a couple at a time if you get them close enough together. But also using the double tap. I'm just gonna call it double tap, really. Where you... I can't explain the timing of it, but using the auto fire thing to your advantage a little bit, you're pressing A less fast than you normally would. It does help. And there we go. Now, we have a new enemy type. There's a mini-boss as well, but they will become a standard enemy later on, so this is not the only time you will be able to scan this guy. This was called a plated beetle. Well-armored burrowing insect vulnerable only in the rear abdomen. Creature's thick cranial plating can repel frontal attacks. This gives it an advantage in combat, allowing it to make ramming attacks, only surfacing when it detects vibrations above. It then maneuvers itself so as to always face its rival, keeping its exposed abdomen protected. So, wait for it to ram you, dodge, quickly get some missiles. Oh wow, I forgot, this isn't normal. Come on. There we go. And that's that. Now we can grab our lovely energy tank. Or not energy tank, but health refill. And our morph ball. Morph ball acquired. I love that loud clack that it gives when you get it back. So we can now use the morph ball and go into many holes. Now I just wish the left bumper wasn't jump and was morph ball. God, that would be incredible. And actually I can do that. I can actually do that. I make life much easier. Let me do that. Some things. I'm gonna remap the left, all to Y. Where's controllers? One thing. Go down left, change all to Y. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. All right, I'm perfect now. Because that feels exactly like a remote nunchuck. I will no longer be confused. I will no longer have issues because I won't need to do any of that. I need to center my stuff though. That's better. What did we just do? I need to regain my consciousness. I zoned out. Let's see. We just got something. We got missiles and morph ball. That's what we got. We got morph ball. So we're gonna make our way up here now. If you look up there, there's a not that. You see, it's appear to be naturally dried and withered. There is a war wasp kind of circling around. He's kind of like a guard. You want to get rid of him because he runs back and tells all the other war wasps. And also, kind of want to get rid of those nests too because they're really annoying. Because a bunch of them swarm out. Also, up here, if you see there are some random birds, you can shoot them. Now, see, if this game had achievements, that would be an achievement to kill all those birds. It would be awesome. Speaking of birds, look at that. Looks like a bird. Anywho, we're going to make our way over here. There's more scarabs, of course. If we quickly go into morph ball, though, we can roll past the next batch without barely touching him. Without touching him at all, really. In here, we have another Chozo scan. Chozo script translated. The surges of negative energy brought by the media far exceed our expectation. We Chozo have yet to find a way to rid ourselves of the great poison. All we can do now is seal it away and wait for the day when the power to purify the poison appears. However, it is already impossible to collect all the pieces of the great poison, as it has already spread, seeping into the planet and hardening. The great poison. So up here we have something that we cannot do anything with yet. Magnetic rail system track detected, and we have a little water spot there that we cannot do anything with. And down here, behind that, we have a missile expansion, but it doesn't want us to scan it. So water is poisonous. If you scan it here, it'll tell you toxicity level is critical. Contact with contaminated water extremely hazardous. So you're supposed to go all the way over here and jump across here and jump across here just to get to that door there. Now, you can go through this door, but you will not make it very far. So, we're going to go this way. Here, we have a new enemy. These are Shriek Bats. You may remember that we saw them on the frigate Orpheon. They do that whenever you see them, so just shoot them before they get to you. Here's another new enemy. This is a Reaper Vine, aka Swispers. I didn't even scan it. Right, sorry. Let me read that. A single eye upon the Reaper Vine keeps a constant vigil, but its vision is limited to 10 meters. A scythe-like appendage on its tip is honed to lethal sharpness. The Reaper Vine will swing this blade wildly at anything that enters its zone of perception. You want to shoot it to be able to get by. Same with this. We got a blast door over there. I'm going to go up and around here. And another Reaper Vine will pop up. Another 2 Reaper Vines will pop up. And make our way through here. So in the original game, whenever you go through here, you would get orange mist because it was all hot. And I guess people called that nacho cheese. I didn't know that was a thing. But I never looked like nacho cheese to me. It looked like orange humidity. So up here we have some more Shriek Bats. I didn't even read them last time, so. Shriek Bat, territorial ceiling dweller, body temperature peaks at 121 centigrade. Shriek Bats have high internal temperatures, making them easy to spot with thermal imaging. They roost on cave ceilings while hunting for small prey. Fiercely territorial, they dive bomb anything that wanders near. Back up here, we have a safe station, which, conveniently enough, I think is good enough for us to wrap things up for this episode. So, thank you so much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.